with the microphone. I'm terrible sorry. So I just recorded one episode of If My Heart Had Wings. And I cannot open it in Sony Vegas. The woes of making a computer as it once was. Okay, back in the day you used to have such good match. We used to have such good matches. Boys are so unfair. Speaking of which, you've changed too. Really? As she said, you think so, she looked at herself. Yeah, you always looked like a boy, so I was surprised to see you that you became a girl. Oh, come on. Aoi! Aoi! Those were my honest thoughts, but I said them in a way that sounded weird. I thought you might find it slightly charming, but... so I've become quite a woman, haven't I? Agia laughed happily and did a little turn on the spot. The force of her spin made her skirt float around gently. Yeah, it's like you're not really Agia. Well dazed and not really thinking, those thoughts just kind of slipped out. Yay, alright! Agia was pleased and did high fives with her friends. Seeing her in high spirits like that was just like old times. Agia, my best friend, turning my childhood hadn't changed in the 5 years that had passed. Let me start my timer again. Her appearance was surprising though. The lesson on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Between the language and social studies lessons taught in regular schools were those from a specialist curriculum. I was still in the 2nd grade, so there aren't that many, but it looks like when you go into the 3rd and 4th grade, the number of these specialist lessons increases. By the way, this is a 5-year school. That's why when walking the hallways, this kind of thing happens. What kind of thing? Hey, she's pretty. Coming from an all-boys school with its sad customs, I couldn't help my eyes from following the girls as I walked past them. Oh, so you're already checking out the girls? No, that's not it. I just thought that they looked really grown up, that's all. They're seniors from the 4th and 5th grades, aren't they? At our age, the gap for 3 or 4 years is pretty big. The students on the upgrades look very mature. Also, although this is a specialist school, the percentage of girls is pretty high. Yes, I haven't seen a single boy yet! Except me. Why is that? Without thinking, I really took an interest in that, and Agia looked at me as if she wanted to call me a pervert. At the time that the school was rebuilt, they made an effort to accept more girls. I heard about that before I transferred. They increased the number of courses for girls and asked famous designers to make the designs for the new building. It has been said, thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50, which is one of the selling points of the school. Well, as I can judge it, it's not 50-50. So many girls, and only me. Bearing this in mind, I felt uneasy about choosing the school as the one I would transfer to, but I like people to think that it can't be helped because I'm from an all-boys school. By the way, it's now lunchtime. Agia is in the middle of giving me a guided tour of the school building. Yeah, but this really is an amazing school. The school itself is pretty old and doesn't look like it. Due to it being a special kind of school, of course, it's famous in the local area. I've known about it too since I was a little kid. The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years with the renovations divided into several stages, the last of which was completed just 1 year ago. Completed! It's said that because of the famous designers. The designs used many curved lines, so the appearance is far removed from what they're generally associated with the word school. It felt like I had entered some kind of science fiction setting. The facilities are first class too, air conditioning, full disabled access, so anyone can feel peace of mind as they spend their school days here. Disabled access? That's right, Miss Kotori would be somewhere in this school. But you really have changed. Agia, as she walked by my side, was happily murmuring as they looked at my face. I think that means she looked at my face. In the past, your face was cuter, but now it seems more wrecked somehow. Yeah, same to you. Hey, I don't look wrecked. If she knew that when we met on the way to school earlier, I thought she was pretty cute, she'd never let it go, so I better keep quiet. If I hadn't heard it from Aunt Chan, I never would have realized. You heard it from Aunt Chan? Yes, that you were coming back. By the way, I'm in the same class as Agia. Always this by the way. It's just so, we've forgotten some text. Just, notice it. By the way, who is he speaking to? I mean, immersion, my immersion, it's broken. No, I'm joking. It's slow going. Let's say that so much. I mean, I don't wonder now that this is 30 hours long because we haven't had a single decision to make yet, I think. I have to go back and look at the other two videos, but we don't have nothing. We are just, easing into the storyline and always the by the ways. Okay, I'm shutting up and I'm getting on with it. She knew that I meant becoming as a transfer student, which is why she wasn't that surprised by our chance meeting this morning. Hey you, if you were going to come back, you should have contacted me. Sorry. The reason why we call him An-chan is because he's like an older brother type guy. Aniki, an older guy, like a big brother. He was our childhood friend, but he was much older than us, so we nicknamed him An-chan. Should have nicknamed him Pedophile. He's not related by blood, but he's just a real big brother. Agira glared at me and said cheese as I tried to laugh it off. The old man me would have made you tease the X-Bomber lariat. Taste the X-Bomber, not tease. I thought, what, tease? I don't tease an X-Bomber, what the heck? She wouldn't really have hit me. As we talked, we went back to the classroom. By the way, which is a classroom? The classrooms weren't exactly normal either, but they look science fiction-y. It looks like, Star Trek. Rest in peace, Spock. I feel a little uneasy taking lessons here, but maybe I'll get used to it sometime soon. You feel uneasy about everything. By the way, there's a girl in a wheelchair in the school, right? Miss Alule, I mean she's called Kotori Habane. I asked at Gira as we returned to our seats. I didn't ask what grade she was in, but even if it's not the same, I thought that Gira would at least be aware of her. Oh, yeah. Agita reacted like she was being evasive. It wasn't just Agia, but the other people sitting nearby who heard the conversation also seemed kind of awkward. Well, you just ask if there's a disabled girl. Hey, are there any disabled girls in this school? I only can get it up if they can walk. Holy shit, this is an offensive joke. I have to cut that out. Oh, man. Sorry. I don't know. I haven't even had my beer yet. If you're after Kotori, she's in this class. She looks like she's not here today, though. After Agita said that, someone added, "You mean today either, don't you?" The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be, I thought about explaining that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I held my tongue. Yeah, that's good. I saw her leaving the dormitory, if you know what I mean. Why? Why? The atmosphere was kind of strange. Recently she has been off school for a long time. It seems like she's not feeling well. Not feeling well? Well, yesterday she had went out to Windmill Hill, and then later she was chasing a duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning she left wearing her uniform. Is she skipping school? Well, we have to investigate. However, more worrying that the Kotori is up to is the reaction of the others in the class when they heard us talking about her. Even Agita looked like she had something she wanted to say, but couldn't. But I don't really know what the situation is, so I can't really say anything. Hey! Yamamoto, can you lend me your English dictionary? The awkwardness, as the awkwardness started to fade, an optimistic voice called out. From the entrance of the classroom, a carefree guy poked his head and started speaking to a boy in our class. Oh, good timing. Hey, Mabu! We see the first boy in this apparently 50-50 school. What is it, Agitha? You want something? A guy known as Mabu came into the classroom. Ei-chan is in a bad mood because you and I are friends. That's what you might call jealousy, right? Whatever, come over here. Who's this? A transfer student? Agitha looks pretty cute, but I think she's like a dude on the inside, so watch out. Agitha and I both looked blankly at him for a moment. What? Long time no see, Mabu. Huh? Why is the transfer student being so buddy-buddy with me? His face seems to say. It's me, have you forgotten me? It's me, you say? What? Is that you, Aoi? I looked at Agitha and she... Hehe. She wanted to surprise him, so it seems like she intentionally didn't tell him. This slightly superficial guy is Masatsugu Tasaki, or Mabu as we call him. He's our childhood friend, by the way. Why is Aoi here? So is he a transfer student? What? You're way too surprised. Of course I'm surprised. What? You seem well, Mabu. You've grown pretty big. Matsugu used to be really small, but now he is about the same size as me. It's not quite like the change in Agia, but the 5 years that have passed since we were kids, it looked like he's grown about twice the size. You too. We grabbed each other by the right hand. This was instead of a small, quiet greeting. Is it really you, Aoi? Yeah, I'm back, Mabu. Welcome back, Aoi. The heck? This time, bam, he gave me a full-on hug. Hey. So this is what they call passionate friendship, huh? Oh, shut up, you snark. We were the only ones who thought so, whereas all the girls around us were totally freaked out. I missed you, Aoi. Oh my god, what's his deal? What? No, not really, you traitor! Mabu suddenly backed up and thrust his finger at the end of my nose. So what's this all of a sudden? I thought you'd up and left, and you didn't even contact me. Do you even know what Agita and I have been through, you jerk? No, you can't involve me in this. And after that, how dare you? I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I had to move away. If you want to complain, say it to my dad. I thought about writing a letter, but I felt kind of embarrassed. For the most part, the fact that there was no contact was both our faults. You traitor! I'll never forgive you. I hate you. You're an idiot. What the heck is going on with his Sundiri? I think Sundiri? Tsundere? I don't know how to spell it. With saliva flying out of his mouth as he emphasized his words, Mabu forgot about borrowing the English dictionary and he stormed out of the classroom. Are you a little kid or something? It wasn't just us, but everyone in the classroom was shocked. I thought this might happen, which is why I didn't tell him. If I'd known, he would have been going off at full throttle like that from the beginning. I think that was the correct decision. I wanted to say thank you. Even so, he didn't really seem upset about it. He recently got a girlfriend and he's really into her. When we were kids, he always say, "Ai, Akira, wait," as he followed us everywhere. It's fine, he will soon go back to how he always is. The guy really likes you, Aoi. Don't say it like that, that sounds weird. Really, I think it's cute. While we carried on talking, the bell to mark the end of lunchtime sounded. Why is it always the Westminster bell? I swear, in every visual novel, the bell is Westminster. And I don't know why. Everyone put away their lunchboxes and got ready for the next lesson. Agia went back to her seat. She stopped halfway, then walked back. Not talked back, walked back. But, you know, it's not unusual for her to talk back. What's up? Agia seemed too concerned about those around us and lowered her voice. I was wondering how you know about Kotori. Well, the truth is, my mom asked me to be the dorm mother of a student dormitory. I lowered my voice so those around us couldn't hear. The caretaker of a dormitory? Kotori is boarding here. There. Oh, really? My mom asked me to take good care of Kotori. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. As she listened to my explanation, Agita thought it over. Her expression darkened somehow. If it carries on like this, she will stop coming altogether. Everyone's worried about her. It looks like she's not really enjoying school. It looked as if she was saying, I can't believe she doesn't enjoy school. You seem to enjoy it. Me, of course I do. It's a fun school. That's why. I guess. It was still my first day at a new school, but it was enjoying it quite a lot too. Really, is that so? Whether or not she was convinced by my story, Agiva mumbled something or other as she returned to her seat. After school. I was alone and wandering around the school building. So this was so that I could take a look at some of the club activities. Film studies, theater club, there's even an RC club. This is after all a specialist school. Looking at the playing field from the window at the heat outside, I saw the sports club practicing. Compared to my old school, it's pretty calm. The sports club at the school I used to go were taken so seriously. The sight of the training before a match was one of grueling harshness. Wait, what do I mean, my school? I'm a student of this school now. I'll go take a look. Aoi? I went down next to the playing field to watch the sports club practicing. Before long I started to feel a little down, so I left. The doctor said that if it's like exercise, it shouldn't be a problem. I try stamping down strongly with my right foot and there isn't really any discomfort. There's the baseball club, which was returning from the off-campus running course, entering through the school gates. Hey Minase, it's you, Minase, isn't it? The one calling me was an old acquaintance. It's you, Taguchi, it's been a long time. So you came back. Have you decided which club you want to join? No, not yet, I'm going taking a look now. Join the baseball club, you become a regular in no time. When I was a kid, I often played baseball in the park. Some of the guys in the group that were my teammates one of the other team were in the baseball team. I'll think about it. I casually responded and the baseball team members replied, come on, join us, seriously, as they returned to the playing field. If I could do physical activities, baseball, in fact anything would be okay. As I grumbled to myself, I felt that I didn't want to go back to the playing field, so I entered the path leading to the back of the school. I don't know why I'm so bad at reading today. My mind's still racing with the previous episode, so I have to fix it or I will lose the footage and I don't want that. I spent a while walking around the back of the school. It was called the rear garden, but it looked like it hadn't been taken care of at all. The rear garden. Oh, okay. And there was just an empty space with weeds growing everywhere. Weeds in the rear garden. Anyway, I'm looking at the timer and I think it's time to conclude this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Quick saver. We will, or I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.